Hey traders, it's Ricky Cadden back again, your favorite Aussie trader from Real Life Trading Australia. Hope you guys are doing absolutely sensational. Let's talk about the broader markets, guys. There has been so much happening this week. Now, last week on the 12th of Jan, which was actually this day here, I did mention this was a very pivotal level for the SPY and the broader markets. In fact, I did give out a lot of stock tips, and trades that you could have taken. But back here, I did mention on the SPY that it would most likely find rejection and then come back down to the 200 simple moving average. Go and check out my previous video saying that, do I think that gold is about to take off? Yes, it did, and yes, it will. But guys, the SPY breaking down, come down to the 200 simple moving average. We're most likely going to see it tonight. The E-minis, you can see here, I do have this little this little green buy box is where I do expect to see some sort of retest, not necessarily a buy zone. I do expect us to have about a 10% pullback in the markets, but from here, guys, it is a 200 simple moving average. We've closed below some really strong support, guys. And, you know, I do expect probably some sort of retest and then a little bit more of a rollover, bringing us to about a 10% pullback. If that does occur, that would be a fantastic dip buy location. Since we haven't really pulled back 10% in a while, but the E-minis definitely closing lower and finding a really nice support at the 200 simple moving average right now. Now, Netflix, guys, you have to watch this one tonight. Now they did report earnings, and with their lower guidance, their lower future guidance, they are tumbling. Check out their after hours here on the 5-minute, falling from $508 all the way down. They're dropping $100 all the way down to $405. This is going to be very, very interesting, guys. I'll be looking at this one to play with options, but we are gapping all the way down. At the moment, we're currently gapping all the way down to here. Now, this is a previous level of support, so I do expect there to be some buying coming in. Long-term investors obviously will probably look at this as a dip buying location. You can see here, this was a previous level of support at 404 as well. So I do expect there to be a nice little rise and then possibly a rollover. It doesn't have to happen tonight, but there will be some sort of retest on Netflix. Definitely a fun time for all the option 0 DTE players out there. Now, Micron Technologies, guys, I did give this one out just the other day in our real life trading swing room. I mentioned that this is going to be a very strong play to go lower. Hence why, instead of just having one 2R target, we did have the 3R and the 4R target. As you can see, guys, this one did just kind of fall off a cliff. Did get missed on this trade by pennies, really. The high of this candle was 94.78 and our entry was 95.20. So did miss this one. There were a few players out there that did trade this with options. So well done to those real life traders. Fantastic work. We spoke about this gap getting filled, and you guys can see we'll most likely reach and fill that gap tonight on Micron. All in all, it was a fantastic analysis. If you weren't in the swing trading room, you guys got to be here. You get all this analysis in that room as well, and you'll understand exactly why these trades are getting placed as well. Now, Uber, we did take this short and we did smash our target. Nice little 2R play on this one on Uber. Had this gorgeous little triple top action. Came up, retested, did not get stopped out. Our stop was at 44.20. The high of this candle was 44.17. So we stayed in the trade by 3 pennies, dropped back down, got out of the trade for a fantastic profit on Uber. So well done to all the real life traders on that one. I did send out a weekly options newsletter on BITO, which is an ETF that tracks Bitcoin. In fact, I will just mention why I got into this trade. Bitcoin has been trading below the 10 EMA for quite some time, and I mentioned that we'll most likely get some sort of retest of the 10 EMA and then a nice little roll down. So if I just have a look at BTC USD, we should be getting a bit of a pullback. Boom. Wow. Okay, so nice little drop lower, shorter term moving averages. Here we go. Once again, rejection of the 10 EMA, which is this yellow line, and then coming back down to a fantastic level of support. More importantly, we actually broke this low. So brand new low. The trend is still bearish, guys. So a lot of real life traders will be profitable on BITO most likely tonight. But fantastic trade. Hopefully we can get out of this trade tonight. It will be a gap and go as well, being a bullish candle gapping down. Here's the Aussie 200. Now the Aussie 200, I did mention that in my last video that we would most likely consolidate here for a little bit and then probably pull back down to 7,100. Once again, guys, go and check out my previous video. Check out the analysis that I gave on this one. But, I mean, we have been at this level and bounced before. We'll see if we do end up holding this level. On the weekly chart, we're at the 50-day EMA, but we are closing below the 50 right now as we speak. So we could probably come back down to around 7,000 level at this rate. But the markets, guys, do not look bullish, right? So probably look for a lot of short plays out there unless you're going long on gold. Here is Newcrest Mining. I did mention that gold was going to go higher. So if you were looking for a stock to play and you didn't want to play gold specifically, we had a nice little bull flag and now we are starting to break out. Fantastic volume, gorgeous gap and go. All this bearish volume, look at this bullish volume coming in and coming straight to this resistance level, but I do expect us to slowly start to break out. On the weekly chart, you can see we've got the 50-day EMA in play as well. Longer term moving averages may keep us down as well on Newcrest, but all in all, does look bullish. Great weekly volume on this sensational hammer candle. Next on the list is CLS Limited. Now, CSL coming back down to the 200 simple moving average on a weekly chart. We've been consolidating sideways for about 2 years and coming back down to COVID levels, just like we did at the start of 2021. Seems like the start of every year, we seem to come back down to this level. So 250 is probably going to be a very nice target. If there's going to be some shorts buying to cover, that would be a level that they would most likely buy to cover. I mean, check out this retest gap that we had here. Fantastic retest, rejection, and then failed, and we went lower. So CSL just following the trend, and shorter term moving averages all bearish, staying below the 10 and the 20. So look to either catch it on the short or look to buy the dip at roughly around 250-ish if it does show signs of bullish pressure and suits your plan. Here's WestFarmers. Now, WestFarmers, I actually mentioned back here around September, August last year that we will most likely see the 100 simple moving average on a weekly chart. On the weekly chart, check out the 100 simple moving average right here. We're slowly getting there, guys. It's taken time. It's taken about 6 months to get here. We did obviously have the nice little retest. On the daily chart, we had a gorgeous little triple top breakdown of, breakdown of the neckline, right, retest, and now we are currently heading lower on WestFarmers. So I do expect us to come down, if not to the 100, then definitely 48.50, and that would be a nice little dip buying location, and or at the 200 if we really start to fall off a cliff. JBH, JB Hi-Fi, my favorite store in the world. We are currently still trading within a range. So buy low, sell high. I've mentioned this before. If you are looking at buying shares of JB Hi-Fi, great level to buy, great level to sell. It has been in this range for quite some time. And right now, it did the exact same thing. Literally 3 days ago, came straight back to resistance and failed to go higher. So still in a range on JB Hi-Fi. Now, crude oil. Guys, if you didn't take this futures play back on the 12th, so on the 12th, we were sitting around about $81. I mentioned this in my last video. I did mention that this was going to 85, and then most likely we'll have some sort of pullback or rest period. So we did actually come all the way up to 85, and about 87 was the high, in fact. So even if you did this one with one contract, guys, you would have made roughly $4,000 or $5,000 on that particular trade. So make sure you guys are paying attention. But crude oil, definitely a really nice play. Very nice selling point. If we do break out above this level and hold this as a support, 92 is going to be the next level of resistance. Now gold, guys, check this out. So gold, I mentioned, was about to break out. We had this nice little bullish flag pattern, sensational volume. Look at the volume on this bearish candle. As soon as that volume came in, I was like, oh gosh, this is about to jump all the way to 1840. So we ended up coming up to 1840, having a bit of a rest right now. But from here, guys, I don't really see it slowing down since we are above all this resistance which we've been holding for the last year almost. So fantastic. Gold looks like we're about to break out and go higher. The weekly chart, absolutely sensational. Look at this bullish candle. Look at this volume. Sensational. Won't be long till we get to around 1900 on gold. Looking forward to that. The Aussie dollar, guys, is still trading sideways within a range. Got a little bit of resistance here at the 100 simple moving average. And the volatility index, which tracks the call and put ratio or the fear index on the SPY. And guys, puts are in right now. There is a lot of fear in the markets right now, a lot of volatility. Tonight will be a fantastic day to day trade if you are going to stay up. There's going to be a lot of volatility out there. So make sure you do get involved if you are that way inclined. But make sure you mitigate your risk. Guys, I'll be back next week with another real life stock review. If you like this review, give us a like and subscribe. Or also leave your comments below of all the stock tickers you would like me to look at in my next video, and I will gladly do that for you in my next review. You guys are amazing. I'll be back next week, and until next time, love life, live life, and trade it. You guys rock. Bye.